Forget. Okay. First of all, let's drop our IMs. What are we working for this year, guys? What are we going for? Why are you here on a Saturday morning doing a team training? Like, what, you clearly have goals. Let's go after them. Let's speak it into existence. Yes, Nat, you are 12K. I am putting what I always put. I should create a text replacement for this actually. $1 million a month team. Lots of exclamation points. I am 40K. Yes. What is your goals for the year, guys? Drop them in the chat. Okay, so don't forget, Lavelle just dropped a new promo. Oh my gosh. I just dropped in the team chat a couple of story slides that I made for you guys, so feel free to go use them. Also in the team chat, there are tons. If you go to the media files, there are tons of graphics already created for this particular promo with the $25 off promo, where it's like balance becomes like $19 and sculpt is like $5. So there's lots of graphics to be used in the team chat. And if you don't know where to find that stuff, you would go to the team chat, you would go to the top, and then it's under view medias and files. That will be all of your graphics and pictures and stuff like that. So you can scroll back. And then what I would do is I have an album in my iPhone photos of just graphics for this promo, because the company drops this promo enough that you can use them over and over and over again. So go ahead and check those out. So that's our current promo. Promoter and VIP boxes are double QV. That's an awesome deal for especially if you're running after rank bonuses. So we've got that going on. Don't forget Evo Squad, we are doing a tool push for our customer onboarding board page. Sorry, that was my alarm for the Zoom. So don't forget, this is a link that we send to all new customers. This is so amazing. My customers are loving it. And it gives them a series of links that helps them through their Thrive experience. It talks them through their account. It talks to them about how to take the product. It gets them connected to our customer information group. There's even a video where I did of like what could go wrong with your Thrive experience, like if they're having belly aches or if they're feeling tired, or there's all kinds of tools there for your current customers. We do have a 15% off code that ends today, but then I have another event scheduled today. So I'm going to go live later and talk about Thrive. So we have another one that starts today and then goes for the next couple of days. So I'll drop that also in the team chat. If you need it, just shoot me a message if you missed it. And then I have those events planned throughout September. So our team will have the 15% off code all month. We are looking to do a fall tour. I don't have a whole lot of details yet to share because I'm still working that out, but I think now I'm going to swing into New Jersey and then down around to Bridget in Florida and then back up. So if anybody's on that kind of East Coast route and would like me to stop in your area and do an event, please let me know. And then if you're a local promoter, we are doing there's a little side chat going on of local promoters that we want to schedule, like all kinds of fun things. So yeah, okay, housekeeping. That is what we got. All right, so I wanted to do a 4-week recruiting series. I know recruiting is not everyone's cup of tea, and it usually scares the bejesus out of most people. It was certainly not something I wanted to focus on, And when I got started, I just loved the product and I just wanted to share the product with as many people as would. And I always tell people, if you're going to stand still long enough for me, you're going to hear about Thrive because it's that amazing. So recruiting wasn't something that I just naturally wanted to do or even was good at. So it's very normal if you're like, oh my gosh, like, y'all, like, this is just not my thing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't like it, whatever. But I will say, and I say this all the time, I feel like Le-Vel kind of has a little bit of a dual comp plan, or not a little bit, but it does. Like you can build a really nice side income. I've seen tons of people go to 12K with just happy customers and not really focusing on the promoter side. But and that's fine if that's where you want to be and that's what makes you happy, then that's fine. But if you want to make like multiple six figures, if you want to be a Le-Vel millionaire, if you want to make that, you know, gangster money, you're gonna have to build a team and you're gonna have to learn how to do this. So who is, for either drop it in the chat or raise your hand or put the little hand emoji or whatever, but who is afraid of this? Like, who's afraid? Who's like, oh my gosh, Jen, like this like scares the living daylights out of me. Who is apprehensive, is just unsure? I'm like, I just don't, I just literally just afraid of doing this. Because this is where we're gonna have this conversation. Yes, Amanda's like in front of her face, right? That was me at first. Yep, Nikki, yep. You, Christy, still worry I forget to say something. Yeah, so it's definitely I would say it's a very normal and natural feeling to have, especially if you're newer. But so to first tackle that fear is, I believe you first need to have an insatiable belief in what you're doing. It's probably not the right thing to say, but I believe this to my soul. Like I bleed Le-Vel. Like if I love this company. I love this product. I love this team. I love our culture. Like I love so much. My belief in what we're doing here and what we have here is so rock solid that you could tell me, and like anybody could tell me anything and I'm like, you know, it doesn't matter what you say. My belief in what we have here is that solid. So you have to have belief in what you're doing. I come from the brick and mortars background. I hands down believe network marketing is the wave of the future. I mean, look at it, guys. Look at how businesses, brick and mortar businesses, are really kind of going away. Like it's not even a thing anymore. Like I was in our, I forget why I was in our local mall. Oh, I wanted to pick something up at like Bath and Body Works or something. Like I have those little like Halloween like wallflower plug-in thingies, and I needed a couple of the wallflowers. So I walked in the mall and I'm like, holy buckets. Like you walk past store after store after store that's closed down, completely blank, completely dark, like walking past all these stores that are just dead. And it just goes to show that the face of retail buying is completely changed. So I, have a solid belief in the business model of network marketing. I believe that brick and mortar business is hard. I mean, if you don't believe me, have a conversation with Christy Eubank, because like brick and mortar's business is hard. And with this, I hands down believe you will never, if you have an entrepreneurial bone in your body, you will never have a better opportunity ever in your life to be a business owner. And then on top of that, with this, there's no overhead. There's no rent to pay. There's no electric to pay. There's no employees to employ and deal with. It's just so ridiculously simple, and you don't have to be married to it. Like that's another thing where people think, oh, I'm going to go into business for myself. I'm going to open up a store. Yo, you have to understand, you need to be married to that business for it to be successful. And this is not one of those things. Like, it gives you all the opportunity to like be your own boss and make your own decisions and make your own hours and stuff like that, but you don't have any of that other headache. So belief in what we're doing here is so, so important, because then it doesn't matter if they say no. It doesn't matter if they say something crotchety about your business opportunity. It doesn't matter, because your belief is solid. And if you don't have that belief that what you have your hands on is 100% gold, then borrow someone else's. Use my belief, use your mentor's belief, use Jason Camper's belief, whoever you look up to. One thing I tell my team all the time is use my words until you find your own. You can take all the verbiage from my post. You can duplicate everything. I will never be mad about that. I will actually think very highly of you, because you're actually working your business. So use my words till you find your own. Borrow my belief until you get it yourself. And even if you're sitting there saying to yourself, well, Jen, like, yeah, it's easy for you to say you're a Laval millionaire, blah, 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 blah. I just don't have the success you have, or that so-and-so has, or this person has, or this person has. And you know what? Even if you don't have whatever you deem success is, you still can have that belief. Don't think that my belief is attached to my success, or my success is because of my belief, but I didn't believe after I became successful. You have to have that. I don't know why my alarm keeps going off. Hold tight. There we go. You have to have that belief first, then the success will come. So borrow someone else's. And if you need my help, feel free to, I'm an open book. So feel free to just shoot me a message and be like, Jen, I'm just really feeling down today. Like, I just could use a pep talk, and I will pep talk your little butt off in your DMs. So it might be a 7-minute voice clip, but you asked for it. So you've got to have that belief. You've got to believe in what you're doing, because if you don't, it's going to show when you're talking to people, and people are going to know, and they're going to be like, well, you don't even sound like you believe what you're saying. How am I to have trust in that? So, but you still can paint that picture for people. You still can, paint that picture of what that can do for your family, what it can do for X, Y, and whatever rank it is I was just talking to a new promoter yesterday, and I'm like, I need you to think big. Like, it's my job as her sponsor to help her think big and run for those bonuses. Like, and so I sat there and I painted the picture for her. What would a $4,000 bonus do for your family right now? What would a $12,000 bonus do for your family right now? And then I took it to the 40K. And then I'm like, and I painted that picture for her. And I'm like, if you hit 40K and helped your husband hit 40K under you, that's $80,000 in bonuses coming into your house, plus auto bonus, plus commissions on all of that. What would that do for your family right now? And by that time I blew her mind, but that's what I needed to paint that picture. What trips would you take? What could you do for your kids? What would Christmas look like? Like, what does that picture look like for you? That's the solid belief that I try and instill in people. So my story, why I feel like and I'm not here to toot my horn, but some of you may not know me, but the reason why I feel like I can coach on this subject is, my story was I joined the company in 2017, and I did not want to recruit. I didn't want to build a team. It just kind of happened. It just like, all of a sudden we like had all these happy thrivers, and I learned to turn happy customers into promoters. So this is the first task I'm going to give you through this series. I'm going to give you lots of tasks. So I hope you guys are taking notes. The first thing I did was, when a customer, and I still do this till up until today, but today I do way more prospecting about the opportunity. But even now, I will wait till they're in the honeymoon phase. And you all know, if you're on this Zoom, you know what I'm talking about. It's that time when that Thrive has like arrived and they feel good and they love you and they love the world and they're like that honeymoon phase, that's when you want to say, have you ever considered promoting? Because not only can you earn your products for free, but you can make some extra money. You already love the product. That built my entire foundation for my team. That script right there. So I hope you wrote that down. I'll repeat it. Have you ever considered promoting? Not only can you earn your products for free, but you can make some extra money. You already love the product. I mean, that's the way we did it. In 2017, we hit 200K in 10 months doing that, taking happy customers and turning them into a promoter. I did not lead with the product then. I didn't even, or lead with the opportunity. I didn't even talk about prospecting or recruiting or anything then. That's how we did it. But since then, I've personally sponsored over 700 promoters. I'm top 15 in the whole company, currently sitting at number 11. So I kind of know what I'm doing here. And I'm going to teach you all these things, how I did it. In 2019, I learned from Ray Higdon how to lead with the opportunity, and how to direct message. And it completely changed the game for me. So I always tell my team, it's my job to teach you there's many paths up the mountain. It's your job to figure out what resonates with you, because the only thing, anyone get that? What do you need, Amanda?
What you just said a while ago. My computer froze and I couldn't type it out.
The script?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. I'll give it to you. Ready?
Hang on. My computer's froze. Okay. Desiree got it. She'll send it to me.
Okay. Perfect.
All right, cool.
So I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're totally fine. What was I saying right before that? About Ray Higdon and how direct messaging,
Up the mountain.
huh? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Christy. It's my job to teach you there's many paths up the mountain. It's your job to figure out which one resonates with you, because what you resonate with is what you're going to do. So direct messaging is 100% something I learned to do in 2019, and it completely changed my business and completely changed the business for every single one of my people. Christy could be shaking her head right now. That did it with me 100%. And it wasn't about cold messaging. It wasn't about that kind of stuff. So, and I can teach you all of that as well, but we're not going to talk about that today. But that's when I started to really lead with the opportunity. And that's when my personal promoters, like that number really skyrocketed, is I started, oh, somebody's at an event. I love it. Texas Thrivers. Yay, go team. But I did it all on social media. That was my point for today, is I did it all on social media. And I'm going to talk to you about that specific today. We're going to get into messaging on a different day. But one thing about building a team and finding promoters, I get it all the time. They're like, Jen, how do I find promoters? I'm like, well, first of all, you need to talk about it. You have to understand how social media works. Okay. People buy from whom they know, like, and trust. They join whom they know, like, and trust. You have to talk about it. If you are not talking about your opportunity, you are not going to recruit promoters. You're not going to attract people that are looking for a side gig. If you're not talking about the one you love, you're not going to, because you have to talk about it before you can message people. So let's first talk about talking about it. Go live, talk about it. Do TikToks, talk about it. Do reels, talk about it. Do stories, talk about it. Do posts, any of those things. And if all of those things scare you, watch me, girls. And I don't know. I don't think there's any guys on today. Watch me. Grace, I just talked to her. Was it this week or last week? I'm like, dig deep into my TikTok. She wanted to do more opportunity TikToks. My large TikTok account, I have, and this is just, it's just flat out an excuse. Life got busy, but it's my excuse. It's the one I'm sticking with today. But so my large TikTok account, it's just my name. It's got like 120,000 followers. That TikTok account made me lots of money selling Thrive and promoting the opportunity. I want to say in 2021, probably every single one of my promoters I recruited that whole year was from TikTok. And it was from those TikToks that I told Grace to go, yes, you have to dig deep because I'm not posting them there anymore because I cannot, well, the point is I can't message people. Somebody reported me for some kind of stupid community guidelines. I do have a backup account that I do need to, as soon as I get moved, I promise I'm going to focus on it. But if you're not recruiting on TikTok or selling products on TikTok, go watch my stuff. Copy it, duplicate it. What you do is you watch it, you find one you like, save the sound and take screenshots of the stuff that I said. Dig deep though, because it's probably like 2 years ago. But use those ideas. You have to talk about it. Same thing with lives. You have to talk about it. Posts. And these are all ways that I've recruited. The biggest tip I can give you on these particular things is you have to have a call to action, especially on Reels and TikToks. I blew up TikTok because I said hit follow and drop info. I was saying hit follow and drop info when everybody else was saying, oh, go message me on Instagram if you want info. No, the platform doesn't want you to take people off Instagram. Hit follow, drop info. What that does, that call to action, one, if you've got people that are interested in what you're saying, if you don't tell them what to do, they're going to scroll. People typically have an employee mindset and they need directives. Hit follow, drop info, hit follow, drop info. Write that down if this is something you want to do, because that's what worked. And what happened is I kept them on the platform, so I wasn't directing them to to Instagram like a lot of people at that time were. And TikTok rewarded me for that. It drove my views. And when I said drop info, this goes back to my 3-legged stool training. Understand how social media works. They dropped info. I loved it and replied, just sent you a message. Let me know that you got it. So I drove that video. If it got 100 people looking for info, I went in and replied to every single one of them. Now that video has 200 people. And guess what the TikTok algorithm is going to think? Oh, this must be interesting. Let's show it to more people. That's how you got to understand how social media works, guys, to do this correctly. So hit follow, drop info. You have to be talking about your opportunity if this is something you want to do, you want to grow a team. So this, and then, like I said, then 3-legged stool the crap out of that situation. And if you don't know that training, I know Evo Squad, it's in the team page. It's called the 3-legged stool training. If you don't know it, if you're not on my team, I think it's on my YouTube channel as well. If it's not, just find me and I'll get it for you. But I've definitely done that training. I've probably done it for all of your teams, the 3-legged stool training. So understand how social media works. Understand that you have to talk about it, because here's the thing. If you then hop in people's DMs, which is also a 3-legged stool component, and you ask them if they're open to taking a look at what you do from home for extra money, which is 100% going to be a task you get, because I'm going to talk about this next week. We're going to try this. Even if they're interested in what you're saying, yes, they're thinking, yeah, I probably could use some way to make some extra money. And I see what she's doing. I see she loves her product, that kind of thing. The first thing they're going to do is go to your page. And if you're not talking about it on your page, they're going to be like, well, she's not even posting about it. Like, is this even for real? They lose faith. So you got to talk about it before you can message about it. So how do we talk about it? So you're like, Jen, I'm going to go over time, and I'm so sorry for you work with me girls, but I feel like this is important. So how do we talk about it? If you're like, okay, Jen, I got you. I got to have belief. I got that. And if I don't have it, I can borrow yours. I gotta talk about it, but I don't know what the heck I'm doing. But you told me I could go steal your TikToks and duplicate it. And my words, like steal my posts. I don't care. Like, girl, go get it. Use my words till you find your own. Okay. If you find a post, and here's another hot tip, like follow people that inspire you. Follow and see first people that inspire you. And if you see a post of mine or see a post of another Lavelle leader or even another person in another network marketing company, I follow people in other network marketing companies because some people just make good posts. If you find an opportunity post, you're like, I could use that. That's really good. I do one of two things. I used to copy the text, and if I liked their graphic, I would save the graphic, put it in the notes on my phone, and label it as opportunity. So when it's time to make an opportunity post, all I had to do is go to the notes in my phone and type in opportunity, and auto-populated all these post ideas that I found. Or you can screenshot it, because now you can copy and paste from a screenshot and put it in an album in my phone. I actually have both. I need to streamline it, but that's what I do. But that's a great way, especially if you're digging deep on my page and you're like, Jen, I love the way you say this. Save that. Save it and label it. I have labels in my phone for product posts, for opportunity posts. When I see something funny about kids, because I've got kids, I'll label it a kids post because that's part of my brand. You know, I haven't really released him to social media world yet, but I have a boyfriend and I have you know, posts ready to go for when I'm ready to like release them onto the social media world, you know? So stack this stuff, stack these ideas. Okay, so how to talk about it, because you need to talk about it. Okay, if this is something you want to do, you have to be talking about your posts. So here's my tips for you guys here. Write this down. Make a fives list. Make a list of 5 things you love about Lavelle. It's free to join. We've got culture, guys. Some of you are not on my team yet. I invite you on into my personal team Zoom. Angie's in my team chats. We love her. We've adopted her. Yes, I know. I love you, girl. The culture here at Lavelle is just different. For those of you that came from other companies, did you get that over there? No, I know you didn't. You can get your products for free. I literally just, before I popped on here, I spent $600 in credits on OEs and waters, and I'm out of rest, and like I need Sculpt because if I don't, I will eat everybody's head off in my life, you know? So that you get, so 5 things about why you love Lavelle. Build that belief, okay? 5 things you love about this business. And this is different from Lavelle, just this business model. Why should people look at network marketing as opposed to, I don't know, any other kind of side gig, making wedding cakes? I just hired a new nail tech for the salon that I own. And she's like, we were talking about side gigs. She's like, I make wedding cakes. And I'm like, girl, it's gotta be hard. And then we were talking about transportation of wedding cakes. There's a whole science behind that, which I believe. But why would they choose network marketing? Because I can take it anywhere. I'm not locked to a hot kitchen. You know, I can take it anywhere. I can go to my kids' baseball games or go to Tabby's football games because she's a football cheerleader. You know, I can take it anywhere. Time freedom. You know, why do you love this business? I love that. I love social media, and I never thought I'd be that person. But I love that I've met all of you because of social media. Every single one of you. You know? So why 5 things what you love about the business that's separate from Lavelle. And then the third list would be the 5 things this business has done for your family. I shudder to think and this brings me to tears every time I say it, what the relationship would look like that I would have with my children right now if I didn't do this. Because before, I was working 15 hours a day, daycares and babysitters were raising them. And as they get older, like it's not that it's okay when they're little, but as I would have 100%, and I'm a Gen Xer, so this may come off a little wrong, but I would have 100% no control over my children at 10, 12, and 13 if we didn't have a very good relationship. I would not be able to, like, I see those parents that they have completely lost, not that you need to have control over your children, that's not what I mean, but they listen, they're respectful, and if I tell them not to do something, it's not an option. You know what I mean? If I had not found Lavelle, I don't think, I'm confident I wouldn't have that relationship, because I would still have to work like I was, because their father and I got divorced and I couldn't. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, for me, that is so impactful. And I should talk about it more. I don't, but the kids are roommates, not parents. Yes. And they get to the point where they're so exhausted from whatever they do all day that they don't have the energy to stick and stay with kids. Like, I was just talking to somebody the other day, she had a 3-year-old running around and she told him something and he like clearly was not going to listen to her. And I'm like, you got to win this battle now. You got to win now, because when they're 13, you're no longer going to win if you don't win now. And she looked at me like, what are you talking about? I'm like, oh, sister, child. It's just like, anyway, 5 things what this business has done for your family. This business has done so much for my family. But the fact that I can be a super present mom is the most important thing for me, especially in the ages they are. So, all right, that's what I got for you today, guys. I hope you took lots of notes. I hope this was super helpful for you guys on how to recruit and build a team. And so your tasks are to find that belief. Oh, thank you. Oh, know you can do that, Grace, with a little sparkly heart. That's so cute. Find that belief in what you're doing. And if you're struggling with that, message me. If you're like, I don't know if this is the right, talk to me. I will help you. I will give you my belief and tell you why I believe in this so much. So find your belief. Definitely start talking about it. Start talking about it. Even if you don't have the success you think you should have. If you have gotten $100 in credits from the company or from an upline because you're amazing or whatever, that is success. That is more success than someone in another company that spends more than they make, that has to spend $39.99 every month to be active in their company. You don't have to do that. That's success. I have a promoter on my team that's really struggling. She's not on this screen. She's really struggling because she's having this thing about like feeling like she's just not, she's like, that's not where I want to be, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I hear you. I 100% hear you. But she still rocks out about 25,000 in volume every month. And as a show of hands, who would think that that was super successful? 25,000. Right. Look at Amanda's face. Like, success is so relative. Just because you're feeling negative doesn't mean you're in a negative place. Just because you had a negative moment doesn't mean you have a negative life or had a bad day, had a bad moment doesn't mean you had a bad day. So whatever success you have had, be grateful for that. Because there are more people out there that wish they had that. So get that belief, the success will come, I promise you. You stick and stay, the success will come. Okay, guys, I love you.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, can you repeat that scripture one more time? Desiree, she thought I was talking about the picture from my live last night. She's not on the call.
Oh, okay. So the script to take happy customers to promoters.
Script.
Yep. So what I said was, have you ever considered promoting? Not only can you earn your products for free, but you can make some extra money. You already love the product. You need to tell them that. You already love the product. And then your last task for today is
Not
create
only
those 5 lists.
Product for free. My mind went blank. But you can earn money, is that what you said?
Not only can you earn your product for free, but you can earn some extra money.
You already love the product.
You already love the product. So your tasks are find your belief. Start talking about it. Message all your customers. Even if you have one customer that stays on auto ship, you know they're happy or they wouldn't stay on auto ship. Message your customers that script. Check in with them. Just say, hey, you already love the product. Have you ever thought about promoting? We got great bonuses right now. Come on, do this with me.
I just said that to a customer right before this call.
There you go. And then make your 5s list, because from that 5s list, I never told you what to do with that. From that 5s list is how you're going to create those posts to talk about it. Use any combination. And it doesn't have to be a direct post. It could just be a gratitude post. Hey, I just, I could post a picture of my 3 kids and be like, I'm so grateful for this opportunity I have, because I shudder to think of the relationship we would have. And we're super close, the 4 of us. We're a tight group. I shudder to think about the relationship we would have had I not found this. That's impactful. There's moms out there. There are women out there praying for what we have. You got to go find them. You got to start talking about it more, guys, because they're out there. All right. I love you. Appreciate you. We are going to do a work with me. It'll just kind of be a little shortened because I have a 12 o'clock one-on-one. But next week is going to be week 2. And we're going to talk about more scripts. We're going to get into messaging. If it's something that you want to do, again, it's my job to teach you. There's many paths up the mountain, but Christy will agree. She's an OG on my team. The messages work 100%. So, all right. I love you. Appreciate you. I'm going to go pee super quick and I'll be back for our work with me.
All right.